Hello everyone, welcome to our show that showcases the culture, talents, and lives of the people in the Tamil and South Asian communities. My name is Sumu Sathi and I will be the host for this show. Let's meet our guests. So as a woman in a leadership role, tell us why there's lack of women from the Tamil community actually in leadership roles. As a gay man in any community at this point, like you go through your own struggles, right, in terms of coming out and with your family, culture, and just the society itself, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which community you belong to. Because in our Tamil community, is usually you're either doctor, accountant, lawyer, or I don't know what else is there. Engineer, oh my God, I totally forgot. Do people question your sexual orientation when you go into the fashion industry? Have you met their parents or walking into their families? Like what was the feeling or what type of welcome did you get?
Meeting the family is always an interesting time. I'm really lucky because my family is really welcoming and they're open and accepting and all of that stuff, but I recognize that not everyone has the same experience as me, right?
When I'm in a boardroom, you can see visually you can see the difference, right? It is a male-dominated, it's male-dominated, and one of the issues for young women, professionally to grow, we need mentorship, and there aren't a lot of women at the top of the ladder to get mentorship. So that's an issue right there.
It was hard for me to, come out and do what I loved. It was really hard until I turned 21, 22. Then I was like, no, I don't want to do anything that's not gonna make me happy. And then thankfully I started talking to my parents openly saying, I love fashions, I want to get into it.
There's struggles around like cultural balance and how you figure that piece out. Is it appropriate? Is it necessary to come out? And all of that. And also just things around, how do I tell my family that I'm seeing someone that's the same sex or gender as me?
We're still a traditional community. The women are still expected to follow certain traditional roles, right? So how are these cultural factors coming into play when you go into a leadership role?
There's more appreciation for art than just a makeup. And then I knew like this, what I chose to do was actually what I love doing. And it gives me control as to what I can do and what I don't want to do. And it gives me the opportunity to innovate and be creative.
Like nowadays, for example, there's a couple of shows, South Asians doing it. Back in time, they don't have that. So now the models, they're making money. They're not walking for free. I'm not designing clothes for free. I'm not styling you for free. Everything's money. For example, doing makeup, it's not free.
Women are the ones who judge me. When they ask me, why don't you settle down? When do you think you're going to settle down? What about having children? What about having a family? They feel like I'm living an abnormal life.
I do think it's easier for me being married to a non-Tamil man. I'm sure there's Tamil guys out there that would be supportive, but I feel like I'm able to retain my full identity and have control over my life being married to somebody that doesn't have the same background and upbringing. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm sure there's other Tamil girls that are married to Tamil men and can pull it off, but my personal experience hasn't been of that nature.
But you have a lot of friends from the South Asian community who come from very, very traditional backgrounds, just like my community, Tamil community, right? So what are these men and women experiencing, or what have they expressed to you in terms of their struggles?
The answer that I got was, nope, not gonna happen, never gonna happen. Like, don't expect to ever meet them. Don't expect to ever talk to them kind of thing, right? And in that particular situation, there were so many compounding issues around it. It was like, him not being out, him being like the eldest in the family, his family being like very traditional, even though they were born and raised here, right? So like a lot of the cultural expectations came into play.
Kavita, you have a model here that you dressed up, and it's a traditional look with a modern touch, but you're seeing a lot of our girls walking on the runway like this.
As I'm growing older, everything has changed. Everything has changed, I used to be scared to wearing tight jeans or like different shoes because I feel like I don't fit into it. Everybody wants to look, look the same. So because our community will accept you, okay, you're wearing that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I wanted to be happy for myself, right? So I started wearing things that I love. I got a lot of people make fun of me, people judge me, but you know what? End of the day, I'm happy for who I am. But now things change. Everybody look at me a different way. They respect me.
The look I went for today is something different, something you wouldn't see on a daily basis, but you will definitely see this on a runway. It's with a traditional hair, with the headpiece and the potu and everything, but throw in with a crop top and jeans and a blazer.
We hope that you enjoyed what you saw, and we look forward to bringing you some more interesting topics with some wonderful guests. Until next time, I'm Sumu Sathi.